ladies and gentlemen. We dressed up today for no particular reason whatsoever. I even went to Target. That's stupid me lingo for Target, which is funny. I am happy to report I was not assaulted by anybody who believes in imaginary people. No grown adults who believe in imaginary friends assaulted me, asking me if I believed in the will of Satan. However, as a man of science, I would have been happy to report to them that I indeed am Satan's little PogChamp. So, just to fuck with them, you know.
You're really gonna try to get that in every show, are you?
I am. Welcome to Anime Church, the only church where not only is cosplay accepted, it is highly encouraged. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I'm Fender Saga, your Saint of Snackos.
If it is your first time to Anime Church, welcome. We are accepting of all guys, gals, non-binary pals, and that Technicolor rainbow in between. If you're nerdy, we welcome you. If you're not nerdy, don't worry, we convert really easily, and it's less painful than everything that you got inoculated with in 2021.
Wait, you got inoculated?
She told me it was an inoculation. It felt good. And then he inoculated me, and it felt even better. See, I told you, we don't judge. We're starting off so wrong. We are starting off so wrong. I told you. Guys, we have a lot of good news. We have a lot of sad news. It's news, you know? But here's the only... See, everybody likes to say they're fair and balanced. The only balance in news is if you have happy stories and sad stories. We don't care about whose side is less offended. We have happy stories and sad stories. That's the only way that they're balanced. Some are gonna be a little depressing. Some are gonna be happy. That's it. That's the only balance you get here. Okay? But some are going to be heartwarming and some... All right, if you're hoping that we're going to talk about the Twitch drama, everybody else has already covered that. We're not going to talk about it. If you want to know how the Twitch drama affects Fat Dog and it affects my channel, it doesn't affect us. We're not big enough for that shit to affect us. We're way too tiny for that stuff to affect us. Also, if you want to know how the Twitch drama affects Fat Dog specifically, I don't know. I don't run the Twitch channel. I'm going to say this for the 5th time. Don't ask me. I've talked to 2 people today. Or no, not today. I've talked to 2 people this week. And I have said this until I am blue in the face. Do not ask me about Fat Dog stuff. I don't run Fat Dog. I cannot stress this enough. I don't run Fat Dog. I don't know. Don't ask me this anymore. I'm done. Like my default messages. Hello, you have reached the offices of Richie Roberts. I am the voice of Menu. I write a bunch of things. I direct a bunch of things, but that's it. That's where my tenure ends. Yes, I do a lot of public outreach for Fat Dog. I don't run Fat Dog. End of recording. That's it. That's it. I don't run Fat Dog. I don't want to either. Done. Stated. End of mission. We are end of transmission. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the yellow brick toad. So is Moon late again? No, Moon's probably out doing stuff. He said his June was going to be pretty busy. And that he probably wasn't going to be able to attend today. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with this. I don't run Fat Dog. Let me, if the camera was able to be shaken, I would shake it, but I don't want to. There you go. I don't run Fat Dog. All right, so, this has been a public service announcement from I Don't Run Fat Dog Inc.
I'd
But
rather go to that foundation than the Kirito is always right foundation.
Carf. Good old Carf. Moon getting drunk again. Got it. No, that is not what's happening. He has like literal like life stuff that he has to do. I don't know if it's necessarily getting drunk. If it's getting drunk, I'm gonna be pissed at him.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, if you were out getting drunk, I'm literally gonna be mad at you. Anyway, so we've got several things to talk about. If you can't tell from the title of today's show, we got lots to talk about. So ask Fat Tony is what I am hearing. Yes! Ask the person who actually runs the effing channel what's going on. In fact, this is shit you should have been doing years ago. Like, I know what the fuck is going on at Fat Dog. I don't know. I don't run this shit. I just like to think I do. No, I don't. No, I really don't. I don't even like to think I do. That's just a joke, guys. That's just a joke. That is just a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, for legal purposes and all those other things in between, that was a joke! Tony. Please make them stop. Please make them stop. It was a joke. I can already hear the Fat Dog lawyers coming for me. Also, apologies to everybody for not streaming yesterday. Yes, I played Breath of the Wild. Yes, I continued with story. No, I was not streaming at 4 in the morning. Or until 4 in the morning. I was streaming last night really, really late, and no, I was not. It all started innocently, as most things do. I finished getting all of the items or grabbing all the stuff I needed for the hero's tunic, the blue tunic, and then I just was like, yeah, I might as well get the Spirit Sage thing done and over with. And that was like the last bit of story that needed to be done. And then I fought the fake Zelda in the castle, did all that. So literally all that's left is just go face Ganon for the story stuff. I will do that on stream. I will not beat the game story-wise and not stream that. We will do that because it's epic. I've already been spoiled on that, and I know it's epic. So we gonna go do that. I already have the top row of hearts, and it's huge. The top row is like, yeah, giant. It's like the size of the penis I wish I had. Oh, man, good times. You would think I'm high. I'm not. I'm just really, really just trying to have a fun time. And I'm letting time pass so that more people can show up because I did post this on Facebook, and I'm trying to see if, like, some of my old friends will show up and be silly and all this silliness and stuff. Yeah. All right, so, guys, we got some fun stuff to talk about. What's your favorite genre in terms of games? Dude. All right, Fenris, you got a fielding for this? Because I don't know if I have a favorite genre. I don't know. I think my first one was probably like my first genre. The first time that I realized that there were genres was probably when I engaged in RPGs. That was the first time I became aware that there were genres.
Yeah. Mine's a toss-up between RTS and survival horror.
I'll probably say RPGs is probably my favorite because I love me a good story. I'm a story whore. Like, if you can give me... See, that's my thing. I don't necessarily care how the story... in what way I have to experience it. So as long as you can give me, like, a really, really good story, I'm there for it. Like, I'm a sucker for a good story. I think that's kind of why, and as much as I want to talk about it, I'm going to refrain from talking about Spider-Verse for a while. Like, I'm going to wait until we get, like, everything set up for the podcast, but I want to have, like, because I want to go over everything with Tony about, like, where we want to set up the podcast for Fat Dog, like, what people I want to have on for each individual thing, and then actually go and set up, because like I want to talk about Spider-Verse, like Across the Spider-Verse. It was so good. I've already seen it twice. So good.
Looking forward to part 2.
Oh yeah, I have spent $30 already just on Spider-Verse because I've saw it twice. God damn, it was good. Talking about story, just fucking that was a tight story. It was so good. You would not think that the first one, which was such a good story and was so well done, that they could do a story better than what they had already done. And yet they did. And it was so good. Oh my god. Your JRPGs and RPGs the most, because they write the story. Story. Okay. Yeah. No, I get you. See, here's the thing. I really liked Breath of the Wild, but there wasn't a lot of story in Breath of the Wild. Really, there wasn't a lot of story in that. But Tears of the Kingdom, holy shit! There was Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of story in there.
Yeah,
and the story
Wild,
the story is engaging, and the story hits. It hits hard and it hurts. Like, the story is emotional and gripping. And so I don't understand I don't understand who thought that this was DLC. There were even up until, like, I really want to smack Tony for even a week before release, thinking that this game was going to be... He was bitching about the price and thinking it was going to be glorified DLC. And I'm like, there's no way. And I'm so happy I was right.
Wait, just playing Tears of the Kingdom makes Breath of the Wild feel like a demo.
In a way, yeah. I mean, both are very, very good games.
Oh, yes.
Don't get me wrong. No, I'm here. I hear you. I hear you, Celestia, though. You have not seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, so no spoilers, please. No, you're good. You're good. It's just really, really good. I will say anything that I could talk about that is not a spoiler is just like stuff that's like, hey, this thing is in it, this thing is in it, this thing is in it. Like, it's like anything that I would talk about is just something that would make you more excited to want to go see it. Yeah. Like, and it's nothing majorly spoiler. It's fucking phenomenal. The only thing that I would say is it's just as much as it is Miles Morales' story, it is also equally Gwen's story. It is equally Gwen Stacy's story. So, yeah, it's very, very good. I think that they went... Everything that they did with the first one, they did above and beyond for Across the Spider-Verse. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to get your money's worth no matter how much you pay to go see it. The only thing that pissed me off was Transformers. The stupid Transformers movie was the one that they put in IMAX. And this movie should have gotten IMAX. Dude, this movie pulled $13 million on Monday. They pulled $13 million on Across the Spider-Verse on just the Monday sales. That's crazy.
That is, but I'm sorry, but the new Transformers didn't look that good.
Dude, I'm transformered out. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't like
this movie series has been going on for what, 10, 15 years now?
Dude, Transformers lost me when Linkin Park was like when Chaz died. Like, come on, it was over.
Chester, yeah.
When Chester died, like, it was over. Like, we don't have Linkin Park. You don't have Transformers. Like, no, done. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but it's not the same. Saw the trailer for this movie and saw different kinds of spiders, and I was right. No. The lobby? That's only half of the story, bro. That's only half of the story, because you're seeing all the Spider-Men. The villains that they're catching. They did justice. There's a live-action Prowler. If they did a live action Prowler, who do you think is the actor that is playing a live action Prowler? They've only cast one person in live action to play Miles' uncle. It's the same actor. And everybody's like, oh, it's the MCU, so it's Disney. Nope. All the Spider-Man films are Sony films. Yep. It's just that they share them with the MCU. So, yes, it's that same MCU Miles. Yes! Yes! It is Donald Glover. Yeah. It's so good. That makes you want to do it right there. They showed the cat. They showed the cat in the trailer. But the funniest thing is they didn't show you Spider Rex. He's in there, which is a freaking Spider-Man T-Rex. That's great. They did show Peter parked car, which is great.
Fucking love it.
What was the clone one? The Scarlet Spider? Ben Grimm or whatever? Or not Ben Grimm, but Ben Parker or whatever, the clone Peter Parker, the Scarlet Spider. He's voiced by Andy Samberg. Yeah, it's great, dude. It's just freaking great. And he's like so over the top. Yeah, they have Insomniac Spider-Man. Yeah. They have a Moose Stereo and a Miss Stereo. It's so silly. Dude, they are so over the top. It's great. I was pissed off when the Transformer last night. I'm gonna quit the series. Bruh, yeah. Dude, I'm just telling you, this movie should have been the one in IMAX. Not the stupid Transformer movie. I'm just saying. Yeah. Across the Spider-Verse is the one that should have been in IMAX. It is phenomenal. Go see it. Trust me, you're doing yourself a favor by watching this. This is good. Let's see. The Renfield is apparently in video on demand right now. Possibly. I want to go see that. I want to go see that so bad. Yeah. All right, we gotta actually get to the topics on hand. So let's go through the articles. All right, guys, if you have not seen it, in the description, for those of you that are new here, because there may be some of you new, in the description, all of the topics that we're covering, we have links to every topic that we're covering, as well as some of the stuff that we just like put in there that we're just going to lightly brush over. If you have not watched Oshinoko, please go watch that. Episode 8 is out right now over on High Dive. Please go check that out. Really, really would appreciate it if you check that out. It's really, really good. But episode 3 of the behind the scenes stuff has just come out, and it is the voice recording sessions. They're talking about the voice actors for Oshinoko. Really, really good stuff. Just an interesting time. It really focuses a lot on Kana's character. I was very surprised about that. Yeah. But some behind the scenes stuff on there. We're not going to talk too much about it because we want you guys to experience it for yourself, but just a really interesting look on that. A little bit of Aqua, a little bit of Ruby, some focus on I. I did see a behind the scenes thing with the voice actors for I, where she was telling one truth and 2 lies, and they had to guess which was the truth, and it was very, very funny. But on to the next one, guys. If you did not hear, this was kind of hilarious, and I had to go look on Billboard for this one. Just really interesting. Billboard, Yawasobi, if you did not check it out, Yawasobi's Idol surges to number 1 on Billboard Global exclusive, excluding the US chart. Surges to number 1 on Billboard Global. So, because the US is oh so special and we like to think that we're the best, but no, we're not. Yoasobi hits number 1. It's the first time that a Japanese song has hit number 1 globally. And it was for a song made for an anime. That's great.
Such a good song,
Such a good song. And even crazier when you understand what the lyrics are about. Yeah. Yawasobi's Idol soars to number 1 from number 6 on the Billboard Global, excluding the US. Survey dated June 10th. The song, originally sung in Japanese, hit the top 10 6 weeks earlier and now becomes the duo's first leader on the list following the May 26th release of its English language version. Idol is also the first song originally performed in Japanese to top the global excluding US chart. Wow.
That's an amazing achievement.
So it vaulted from 6 to 1 on the Billboard global chart with 45.7 million streams, up 14% from the 24,000 sold, up 39% outside the US. So this is just crazy, dude. The song, originally sung in Japanese, hit the top 10 6 weeks before and now marks the twosome's first leader on the list following the May 26th release. Given the initial version, Idol becomes the first song originally performed in Japanese to top the global excluding US chart. Damn. I just thought that was so freaking crazy, dude. Just so crazy. Just, wow.
Yeah.
I could not believe you listen to that song every time. That's so cool, dude. That blows my mind, man.
Yeah. They even have a fucking embedded English version of the song too, which I may or may not be listening to right now.
Okay. For some reason, my Echo Dot still thinks I'm in McMinnville. So, it's like giving me weather updates for my old location, and I'm like, I no longer live there. I changed my location, but okay. Still giving me weather advisories for like that location, and I'm like, bro, I don't live there no more. All right, well, that's fine. Anyway, so moving on. But yeah, that was crazy to find out about. Secondly, guys, if you haven't seen this, this is the full YouTube gameplay demo that was released for the beginning. It's 25 minutes long, guys. It's literally just the intro VV section for the beginning of Final Fantasy IX, complete with like full voiceover. That threw me off too. I was like, wait, full freaking voiceover? And it's like really good voiceover too. I was like, dude, if I'd known about this, I'd have thrown my hat in the ring to do this. I would have loved to have been a part of that. Like, oh my God. Like, not even pay me. Let me do this. I would have done it just for the love of the project. Guys, if you haven't heard about this, I didn't even know this was going on. I'm so proud of this. Memoria project, Final Fantasy IX. I want to see it. All right, here's the thing. 9 gets kind of a bad rep because of its cartoonish look. I absolutely understand this, but like 7 is overhyped in my opinion.
Oh
like,
God, yeah.
I'm not hating on 7. It's got a good story. I'm not here to hate. I just think it's very, very overhyped. I think that 8 and 9 need a lot of love. They really do. I'm proud of Mouse. Like, I love Iron Mouse because she's like, 8 is my favorite. And I'm like, yes, girl, preach. I think 8 needs a proper remake and not just an HD glow up. It needs a remake as well. When they get done with 7, please get to 8 and 9. Give them the treatment they deserve, and then update 10 again for the modern age because the story for 10 is so good. 10 is my favorite story, but 8 is my favorite. It was my first. It is always going to be my favorite. Anyway, 9 got this huge 25-minute gameplay demo. I sat there and I watched it, and it's just the VV section. It's before you actually start the game like proper and you get introduced to your main character. Not to say that Vivi isn't a main character. He is a main playable character. But Like you do like the VV introduction section, walking around, interacting with people in Alexandria. You show the fake ticket. You've got to run around, meet your fellow street urchin friend and climb the ladder so you can go watch the production of I Want to Be Your Canary. And then the play starts, and that's when the game actually starts kind of proper. And then you actually have to put on the performance as Zidane and you put on the play, and that's when the game like really gets started. So you essentially are in, I wouldn't even call it the prologue. You're in what is basically considered the kind of tutorial section of the game. In the actual game. If you haven't played Final Fantasy IX, you should. Get an old PS1, PS2, or get yourself an emulator and play it out that way. If you've got it on an emulator, stream it. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But you should check out what they did, because they rendered this bitch out in Unreal 5, and it looks phenomenal. Oh my god. I mean, it still got that cartoony feel, and it definitely was purposeful that it looked that way. But my god, was it amazing. Just clean, man. I mean, it's not, again, this is just proof. They say at the beginning it's proof of concept and is not to be viewed as a playable product. They'll never do anything to infringe upon Square Enix, but it's kind of like, hey, Squeenix, look what we could do. Please focus on this and not your freaking NFT nonsense. You know? It's
and
like,
the best part of all, please don't sue us.
yeah, right? It's like, oh my goodness, yo. What you doing? Why are you doing this? Who is you? Why you do? Please don't sue us. Leave us be. Why you gotta be like this? Please stop.
Okay, Connor, quit giving me recommendations from stuff I don't have money for.
Connor.
Oh, I'm going through the
IDF thing?
Yeah, and I saw his Amazon affiliate links. I'm like, God damn it, I don't have money for this. I want to buy it all. Aside from the Newman, that I don't want to spend $1,500 on a mic. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with the Memoria project. I am, however, gonna assume that sooner or later Square Enix will issue a cease and desist.
Yeah, that's quite possibly the...
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, man, trying to explain the meta of like what's going on in Across the Spider-Verse to somebody who sat there and watched the Spider-Verse but clearly wasn't truly paying attention to what was going on is like the hardest thing. Man. Wait, what's going on now? Hey, Joshua. So Joshua, all right, so we're not talking about Spider-Verse. What happened was there was a Final Fantasy IX fan creation, just the intro to it. called, if you look in the description, right? If you look in the description, there's a Final Fantasy IX Memoria Project Unreal 5 demo that was released. It's literally just the Vivi section at the very, very beginning of the game. Like the tutorial section where you played as Vivi. And that's what we were actually talking about. I jumped on Facebook to post about that, and I got updates about a thing that I was posting on regarding Spider-Verse. And I was like, oh dear Lord. It was literally somebody saying they were on team Miguel O'Hara, and I was like, bro. they were like, if it wasn't for Miles, none of this would have happened. And I was like, you literally were not paying attention to anything that the Spot said, did you? Like, you were not paying attention to what Spot talked about at all when he was revealing his epic backstory. So you were just like Miles. You weren't paying attention. Gotcha. All right. You were sitting there like, oh, villain of the week, don't listen to him. And I'm like, no, literally he gave key critical information that you weren't paying attention to, that you should have. Oh, maybe you should shut up and listen to the villain, because he literally gave critical information that you should have been paying attention to. And if you had, you would have realized that both you and Miguel are completely wrong. Spot created himself. He's responsible for everything. And if you've been listening, you'd have known. And I, to be fair, I said all of that without revealing any of what Spot said. I was the most spoiler-free I could possibly be. I was as vague as possible without giving anything away. So if you haven't seen the movie, I ruined absolutely nothing for you. You're welcome. So, there you go. All right. You can still sit there knowing that I have told you absolutely nothing, and you can remain as clueless as you possibly can. Please enjoy. There are people that were not paying attention. Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen the movie there. Yeah, there you go, Joshua. Just delete everything I just said. It's a fantastic movie. Fantastic. It is a thrill ride from start to finish. You're going to love it. It is equally Miles Morales and Gwen's story. I will say this. Do not miss anything. Do not show up late. Suffer through trailers. I know it's going to suck. Do not miss any of the beginning of this movie. The first 5 minutes is literally jaw-dropping. It's that good. You do not miss any of the beginning of this movie. It is very important that you don't. Yeah, join the club, Joshua. I also have... Wait for it to drop on Disney Plus. Joshua, let me go ahead and tell you the bad news. This is a Sony movie, not a Disney movie. Spider-Man is not owned by Disney. I have bad news for you. It's not going to be on Disney Plus. That's not the deal. Spider-Man movies ain't coming to Disney Plus. Only the MCU Spider-Man movies are coming to Disney Plus, and this is not an MCU movie. So I got bad news for you, buddy. Got very bad news for you, sir. You might just want to have to bite the bullet and go to like a mom and pop theater. Yeah, you're going to have to go to take a trip to the theater. All right, I'm going to tell you right now. The scene in the spider lobby where they chase Miles, just that from the trailer, that scene in the trailer where all the spider people are chasing Miles, that scene alone is worth the price of admission. No, not the Spider-Man meme pointing thing, though that's hilarious. But
it is hilarious, yeah.
No. The part where they're just chasing Miles is worth the price of admission. You haven't seen the trailers? You need to watch the trailers. You need to see the trailers. You need to see the trailers. It's just that good, sir. Have you seen the first movie? Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse? It's so good. It's so good.
Into the Spider-Verse is amazing.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I had to crack my neck.
I'm going to reveal one thing about this movie that is just going to put the biggest smile on your face. You remember when they went and infiltrated Alchemex in the first movie and went and got Liv's laptop or her desktop with her crazy computer, and they ran out of the cafeteria and everything, and they hightailed it out of there. And he took the bagel, and then he was like, and then like he threw the bagel back out, and he was like, that guy stole a bagel, and he threw the bagel back. The guy that he beamed in the head with the bagel, that's the Spot.
God, yes.
Yeah. You hit me in the head with a bagel. Like, yeah. That's not the reason that he's mad at Spider-Man. That's just one of the things that he brings up. But yeah.
I mean,
Spider-Man beamed him in the head with a bagel.
But I wouldn't be mad at free bagel.
Free bagel. By the way, they tied this in. They kind of tied the bagel thing lightly into Everything Everywhere All at Once because it's interconnected bagel multiverse.
Of all things connect everything, it's a fucking bagel.
It's a fucking bagel, man. It's a bagel. Oh, bagel multiverse. I love Celestia. It's just it's bagel multiverse, man. Bagel. It's such a funny thing, man. It's the little things that just make you giggle. The other thing that's really great, it's Jason Schwartzman that is the voice behind the Spot. So if you guys have seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Gideon Graves, the guy, the final boss boyfriend, the final ex-boyfriend at the end of Scott Pilgrim, he is the Spot. Oh, and dude. He is downright silly and charming, and it is the funniest thing because the Spot is, first off, they redeemed the Spot because he, like, when the Spot first came out in the comics, he was actually pretty badass because he kicked Spider-Man's ass twice. And then they made him like a D-list joke villain. He was actually a pretty serious bad guy that like literally beat the crap out of Spider-Man.
I really hope,
yeah,
and this is just my opinion, I really hope there's a Spider-Man in there voiced by Michael Cera who beats the Spot.
That's funny. There's a lot of great Easter eggs in this and a lot of great voices. After you watch this movie, I will highly encourage you guys to check out all the videos from like the New Rock Stars and what's the one where they have the dog named Doug? Where not heavy spoilers, the other one. Where he looks like he's in a video store. Works in a video store. You know which one I'm talking about?
I'm fairly certain, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the channel. I know it's not heavy spoilers, but like anyway, they do breakdowns of like the movies and stuff, and they go through and they find all the little Easter eggs and stuff, and they'll keep finding more and stuff. But like check out those Easter egg channels because like they'll find a lot more, and even more. And it's so fun to find in a movie like this. It's so much more fun to find those as you keep going through. I will say that the soundtrack, while good, is not as banging in this movie as it was in the first one. But that's because the score for this film goes way harder than the previous one. But Jesus, I will say there were people that are like, oh my God, the ending of this movie. It was written as a two-parter. It was originally supposed to be a two-parter. We're not going to be waiting 5 years for the next movie. The next movie is literally coming out next year. It's gonna have a cliffhanger. It's just, that's how it is, guys. That's just how it is. This is The Empire Strikes Back. We're getting Return of the Jedi next year. It's still really good. And again, it's The Empire Strikes Back. You want to see The Empire Strikes Back.
So, I do have a question about it.
Yeah.
That's not going to be much of a spoiler. Did they have Tobey Maguire voice any Spider-Man in there?
I can neither confirm nor deny a Tobey Maguire.
So if he didn't voice anything, hopefully he shows up as a live-action Spider-Man in the next one.
I can tell you this. Every J. Jonah Jameson in every universe is voiced by J.K. Simmons.
Yes.
Every single J. Jonah Jameson is J.K. Simmons.
There's nobody else.
Including the Lego universe. Spider-Man, page 1 with a decent picture this time. Like, yes. Yes, there is a Lego
Spider-Man.
Guys, there is a Lego Spider-Man universe. It is amazing.
I have to say this. Spider-Man, the original OnlyFans content creator.
Also brief cameo by the Venom universe. The Venom movies. Yeah, the Venom movies will get a brief cameo as well. Did not see Morbius, so I don't know if the Morbius movie gets a shout out or not, because I never went to Morbin time, so I don't know what that universe looks like. So I could not confirm whether that's a thing. I never did check that movie out. So yeah, could not tell you. I'm keeping it as... All right, so we go from one happy thing to another happy thing. Let's get back to the news. Happiness abounds as CDawg VA. Connor announces another huge W for the IDF. No, not that one. The Immune Deficiency Foundation. So he's going to be coming back to the U.S. of A. for a brief stint in Los Angeles, because apparently he didn't get enough smog on his last visit. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but you know, with weather being what it do, he's going to be staying at a brief stint at a swanky little shindig with only 20 tickets available for purchase for $2,000 a pop, but it's all going for charity. He's doing a massive auction of not just his, but a bunch of other famous people's stuff. Like, the list is huge. Again, link in the description to the YouTube video. Highly suggest you guys check out the YouTube video. It's his and a lot of other people's cool stuff that they are selling off their own merch, all for charity for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
And one item, which hasn't been revealed yet, is actually Mousie's.
And one item, it is Mousie's. It's Bulma's panties.
And for those interested, yes, the VIP tickets are still available.
The VIP tickets are available. You can go get them.
There's just one less right now. Also,
the $2,000 tickets are not just for the seats. Those are also you can use the $2,000 also is part of the auction, so that counts toward your auction price. So you can use that $2,000 as part of your bidding. So there you go. But yes, it's all for charity. It's all for a good cause. If you have not heard of CDawg VA, well, allow me to help you lift up that rock you've been hiding under. He has been cycling across Japan, as well as doing auctions to help raise money for the IDF to help his friend, Iron Mouse, the Tungsten Rat, as he calls her.
Literal Satan.
Literal Satan, yes. Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta patch the little boobies that she makes on herself. But you know, if you do not know about her specific condition, you should probably do a little research. It would take way too much time to explain, but essentially, she has a genetic immune disease that has rendered her incapable of living a normal life. And so how she communicates with the outside world is mostly through VTubing. And, you know, it's how she lives her life. And fortunately for her, she has done well enough for herself through her VTubing career that she's actually able to reverse the situation and take care of her parents rather than them take care of her. Which is not something, unfortunately, that most people with her condition are capable of doing. She's extraordinarily lucky in her situation. It's not a story that is common. So her and her friends are trying to give back in any way they can, and this is one of those situations that they can do that. And so she donates a lot to the IDF, and this is another one of her friends doing the same. And Connor is a big supporter of that, and this is one of the ways that he can do it through donations. He raises a lot of money through charities on Twitch, and this is just the newest form, is auctioning off not just usually his stuff, but now he's like, well, screw that, I'm going to auction off all my friends' stuff as well. So people like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, just all sorts of people. Iron Mouse. There's a lot of people. Ludwig, all sorts of people. So if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to share this around, please do so. I need to post this on Facebook too. Our next topic.
Let's see. That one is. Oh, yeah. This one.
No, I'm not talking about that one now. This one's the one I'm talking about. The one we're currently talking about is what I need to post on Facebook. Our current topic is charity.
Jesus, they've already raised almost $22,500.
I'm sorry. This is great. Probably the best thing I've ever heard. Sorry. A senior citizen drove his brand new Corvette convertible out of the dealership. Taking off down the road, he floored it to 80 miles per hour, enjoying the wind blowing through what little gray hair he had left. Amazing, he thought, as he floored it down I-94, pushing the pedal even more. Looking in his rearview mirror, he saw a state trooper behind him, lights flashing and a siren blaring. He floored it to 100, then 110, then 120. Suddenly he thought, what am I doing? I'm too old for this. And he pulled over to await the trooper's arrival. Pulling in behind him, the trooper walked up to the Corvette, looked at his watch, and said, "Sir, my shift ends in 30 minutes. Today is Friday. If If you give me a reason for speeding that I've never heard before, I'll let you go. The old gentleman paused and said, "Years ago, my wife ran off with a state trooper. I thought you were bringing her back." "Have a good day, sir," replied the trooper. Man, that's great.
I'm gonna have to use that
that's
one.
funny. Man, that's some old humor, but man, that's good. That's good. All right. Man, CDawg VA, his vids cheer me up. Yeah, that I agree, man. His vids cheer me up too. He and Mouse are just they're the duo that like never fails to put a smile on my face. The two of them are just it's like Abbott and Costello, man. The tsundere mouse. The tsundere mouse. Alrighty. Whew. That line was too funny.
Yes.
If you can give me a line, I thought you were bringing my wife back. Man, oh man. All right. So next up, man, we got to talk about. All right. So now we've got to talk about a bit of news that is gonna be a little sad. Okay. So BPO Watchdog Group publishes a complaint about a toxic subset of the Oshinoko fandom. Now, to clarify, this is not the full fandom of Oshinoko fans. Some of us are absolutely a treat, and we don't go around harassing people for their thoughts and opinions around the show or the manga or the production. Okay, warning, this article describes suicide and cyberbullying. If you or anyone you know is suicidal or having suicidal thoughts, please reach out to the suicide prevention organization in your country. And then they also provide the United States and the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And also in Japan, the Tell Lifeline service is available, and they provide that number. And an English counseling service is available. They provide that number. In Canada, Crisis Services Canada is available, and they provide that number. The Broadcasting Ethics and Program Improvement Organization, or BPO, normally publishes viewer complaints about the content shown on Japanese TV, but this time the Watchdog Group fielded a different kind of criticism. At least one viewer wrote in the complaint last month about a toxic subset of a certain anime's fandom. In its May summary, the BPO published the following under the drama/anime section. In an anime, there was an episode in which a female character in a dating reality show receives harassment and contemplates suicide. Because the portrayal evokes a real-life incident, the relatives of the woman who suicided expressed their discomfort online, and they have received excessive harassment from a subset of the show's fans. The production company and broadcaster created the impetus behind these attacks on individuals. Should there not be an announcement of some sort to address this? The comment references the controversy around the Oshinoko anime's 6th episode. The mother of professional wrestler Hana Kimura, who died by suicide on May 2020 after being relentlessly cyberbullied for her actions on the Japanese reality show Terrace House, criticized the anime for capitalizing on the specifics of her daughter's death. The words that the character was exposed to are exactly the words that Hana was exposed to, she commented. We have talked about these things publicly through interviews and the like. How could those exact same words be used? I can't overlook the fact that Hana's death is being used like free source material. Last week's recap episode of Oshinoko featured some cast commentary on the events of episode 6, although there was no mention of Hana Kimura or the real-life backlash around the portrayal. Ruby Hoshino, voice actress Yurie Igoma, remarked generally, I was able to observe her portrayal of the bit that depicted the gut punch feeling humans experience. Watching that really made me think about some things over again. I think it was really meaningful for me at this point in my life to have been able to learn about that world. For his part, manga author Aka Akasaka has not issued any statements about the controversy, although prior to the episode's debut, he has alluded to the Hana Kimura incident as one of the inspirations behind his portrayal of Japanese showbiz. In his recent interview with ANN, he stated, "Talents, entertainers who frequently appear on Japanese showbiz in this, entertainers who frequently appear on TV in Japan can no longer ignore the internet. YouTube has become super popular. Movies are watched with subtitles. Plays are increasingly based on anime and manga, and there has been an instance of a suicide stemming from a reality show. Considering all those facts, I then decided to take a contemporary subject, something that is happening in the real world of Japanese entertainment today. That was the first concept." So I understand where the mother is coming from with her criticisms, and she has every right to speak out about this. That does not mean that you should be coming after her for this. Let her speak her piece, and don't come harassing her for that.
Let's not turn into the FMA Brotherhood fan base.
Yeah, seriously, if she feels like her daughter's death is being exploited, that is a grieving mother who literally lost her child in one of the most horrific ways you possibly could.
Yeah.
I could not even, okay, I lost a parent to suicide. And it took years to overcome that stuff. And I can't imagine what it's like to lose a child to that. I can't fathom that. Because I was only 10 when that happened, right? Sorry, that's not tears, that's like literally something in my eye. But I could not fathom what it's like to have a child, watch that child grow, become an adult, reach 20 years old, watch them mature, become a success, grow, and into something that they wanted to be. Like, she was a professional wrestler and had gotten onto this program to essentially raise their profile up. And, this tragic incident happens. And then, later you kind of see this thing and you're kind of forced to relive this. So I get where she's coming from. There's no reason to come after her in such a negative light for that. My thing is, hey, let's try to be careful with our words here. Because this is a grieving mother. Let's not just immediately, bring out the pitchforks and the torches, Some people can be so quick to just rar, rar, rar as soon as you come after their fucking show. Jesus.
Yep.
And this is the Japanese, too. This isn't angry Americans, which you would expect that from. All right, back to some happy news. Guys! Summer Games Fest happened. And it's not even over. We've still got stuff that's happening this weekend that I'm not able to cover because it's going on this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm only talking about one of them. We're going to talk about more Summer Games Fest news next weekend. I just wanted to cover the thing I was most excited about. I don't know a lot about Mortal Kombat stuff, so we'll talk about that next week. I know that they're basically resetting kind of the franchise with Mortal Kombat 1 because I just found out that MK11 actually reset the franchise, and I was like, wait, what? Liu Kang is a god now? What? Okay, he's the fire god, and Raiden's just a guy that uses lightning now? Okay. Cool.
To be fair, for the longest time, there wasn't really much story.
Yeah, and then there was. And now we're like, all right, cool. So
And then there were the movies.
Squeenix. All right, cool. So Square Enix unveiled a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The rumors were true. Also, can I just take a moment to just appreciate Jeff Keighley sitting there going like, hey, on Twitter, guys, Summer Games Fest went off well and nobody was arrested. And then little troll boy went, that's because I'm under house arrest, and post like this whole thing from like the LAPD, which is hilarious because the thing from the LAPD, like the title of it was in Comic Sans, and then everybody was quick to call him out and going, I didn't know the LAPD posted in Comic Sans. We're like, look, motherfucker. And they're like, yeah, what has he been up to? Yeah, last thing that happened was he ran out there and was trying to troll Hassan. Yeah, literally he went to the writer's strike to troll Hassan and say that what was it that he went on to he ran over to the writer's strike to jump on Hassan's live stream as Hassan was live streaming from the writer's strike to scream that the landlords deserve rights or some shit. I don't know. He was screaming pro landlord shit. Like literally, this is literally troll clout chasing bullshit.
At this point, yes.
Yeah, like that's literally all this dumbass kid does. He's just like, and they're idiots that cheer for this. So anyway, yeah, Summer Games Fest went off really well, and then we got our trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I gotta be 100%. I'm very confused as to some of the stuff that's happening in there, but like people are starting to dissect it and going, yeah, we broke the timeline when we destroyed the Whispers. So now we're seeing a bunch of different timelines happening all at once. Here's the timeline where everybody died. It's like, I'm like, wait, what? Like, cause yeah, did you see the trailer?
No, I'm trying to avoid Final Fantasy VII Remake Disc 2.
No, okay, Disc 2. You should have seen the trailer.
It's so the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be in 3 parts.
No.
There were 3 discs for the original Final Fantasy VII.
No.
This is Disc 2.
No, it's not. You should have watched the trailer. You really should have watched the trailer. Okay.
So Final Fantasy VII Remake is one of the few games I don't watch trailers for because I actually want to play it.
Rebirth. This is Rebirth. Number 1, you should have watched the trailer because here's the thing. This is going to be giant. Okay, so Rebirth, it started off by showing, hey, here's the aftermath of the tornado of destruction that hit Midgar. By the way, here's the bodies of Red 13, Tifa, Barrett. This is it. This is their bodies. We're carting them out. It's on camera, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Turns out this is an alternate timeline where they died in that tornado because we destroyed the Whispers in the other game. That's at least the assumption. And then they cut to, hey, here's everybody in calm. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then they start showing gameplay and stuff. Okay, they announced it's coming out early 2024. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to be 2 discs.
Okay, so Final Fantasy VII Remake Disc 2 and Disc 3.
No, it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's not remake, it's Rebirth. Also, we don't know what timeline we're in anymore. Also, they showed that Red 13 is a playable character now, and so is Yuffie. We don't know if we're getting Vincent Valentine. We're in the Mithril Mines. We definitely have seen Red 13's Cosmo Canyon part, because we saw Red 13's quote-unquote dad. We saw a little bit of that because we did like the little chamber where he was talking about the planets and the live stream and stuff like that. We also saw like an alternate version where Sephiroth 5 years ago in Nibelheim actually kills Tifa. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I killed her. So who the hell is that? And that's Sephiroth talking. He's like, yeah, I killed her. So who is that? And I'm like, wait, what? And we're just like, all right, so we fucked up the timeline. What is going on? Because we just destroyed the Whispers. So that means the timeline is all kinds of screwy. So what's going on? Are we in a timeline where Aerith lives and Tifa died? What's going on? What did we do? So essentially, I want to jump through the game and grab Cloud by his little collar and go, what did you do? Also, Zack is apparently alive in one of these timelines, so what's going on? Did he just walk in there and Aerith's not around and he's like, wait, what?
So does that mean Cloud died in Zack's timeline?
I don't know.
I hope so.
Here's another thing. They also announced a mobile Final Fantasy mobile game that takes place before Final Fantasy VII. That is a Sephiroth versus everybody kind of game. Yeah, because we're getting back to Genesis and all that stuff. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy VII mobile, and I was like, mobile, I don't care. But they ended Games Fest with this trailer. You need to watch the trailer. I don't know fully what's going on. It doesn't give any major story away, but the gameplay stuff is kind of cool. It's coming early 2024. That's what we know. It looks like winter 2024 is what's going on. Also, they announced the release date for Spider-Man 2. October.
Of this year?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. October, and Venom Symbiote. I gotta get a PS5. Fuck. There's no way I'm not playing Spider-Man PS5. Come on. I don't wanna, but I wanna. I was gobsmacked, dude. Yeah, I know. Bro, maybe one disc is for one timeline and another disc for another. Maybe. Dude, I am curious to hear all the theories you guys have going on. Final Fantasy VII Remake was so good. I need to finish it on PC. I do need to finish it on PC. It was so good. I've done it on PS4. That reminds me, man, I've got so many games on PS4 that I need to finish or redo. I need to do the New Game Plus for the most controversial PS4 game ever. The Last of Us Part 2. Because I played it once, and here's the thing, I didn't actually hate the game. I did not hate the game. Okay? I played it once, I went through it, and I was like, I can see what they were trying to do, and I actually enjoyed it, but like, the controversy around it was what like drove me into the ground. Like, it did not. I didn't hate the controversy, or the controversy didn't make me hate the game. My brother was playing it the other day. What? Which one? What? The Last of Us Part 2? I need to play The Last of Us Part 2, but like the controversy from that like just wore me down to where I didn't pick it back up. And I need to pick it back up and play it again. Yeah, I saw that there's New Game Plus, and I want to play it. I need to play it, dude. Celestia. That's a dope ass name, by the way. Dope name. Of course, I can't think of that name without seeing like the Celestia VTuber model. Even though that's so weird. So while we're talking about Blast from the Past stuff.
This looks pretty good.
Does it?
I'll give it that.
Dude, the fact that Red 13 is finally playable and like we're
finally,
getting Yuffie,
yes.
and we're getting Yuffie. And we're getting combo stuff. Oh, it looks so good. And the fact that we're finally getting these. Here's the thing. I don't know where the hell this is going. I don't know where we're going. Okay, so Nisekoi. You want to go back in time a bit.
Yes.
Enough reminiscing about the past. Let's talk about the past.
Talk about the past. That's actually the future, but it's the past.
Is it? All right. Nisekoi manga gets a new epilogue set 10 years after the main story. Bro, you want to talk about a trip through time? Nisekoi. Oh my god. Where is the Das Tales when we need him?
I know, right?
You say? Bro. The official Twitter account for Shueisha's Comic Bunko label announced on Wednesday that Noshikomi's Nisekoi False Love manga will be reprinted in a newer Bunko paperback format, containing a new bonus epilogue set 10 years after the main story. The new Bunko reprint will have 16 volumes, 14 of which will collect the main manga, and the final 2 collecting the manga novelizations. Each volume will have new cover art. The first 2 Bunko volumes will ship on June 16th, with a new volume on the 18th of every month thereafter. Komi drew the original Nisekoi one-shot manga in Shueisha's Jump Next magazine in early 2011 and turned it into a manga series in Weekly Shonen Jump in November of the same year. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, television series. Okay, so it's just backstory on there. In need of a name. Okay, cool. So yeah, there's going to be a new epilogue for Nisekoi.
Almost exactly 10 years after it's finished.
Yeah, just about like 12 actually, but sure. Well, 12 years after it started, but yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah. I'm all for it though. Nisekoi was remarkably well done.
Nisekoi was cute. Nisekoi was so cute. Like
It's
the OG tsundere. Dude! Oh no, man. Oh no. Man, if there was ever a series that was like, bro. Get with this girl. No, this girl. It was the main 2 I was arguing over the whole time. I was like, I'm gonna be mad, so mad. Whereas with Oshinoko, I'm like, it's Kana. Get with Kana. Kana the whole time. Because Kana, it's Kana. It's fucking Kana.
That reminds me, I need to catch
Kana's
up on
the only
manga.
one that really, really, really cares about you, and you really, really care about her. Fucking just go. That's happiness.
Yeah.
Do the plan, then get with Kana. Because she's going to take care of you. She knows what an asshole you are, and she loves you anyway. Stay with her. Kill your dad, get with Kana. That's true happiness.
Just everything wraps up nice and perfectly. If you did. If only.
And then also because she balances you out. You're too helplessly looking after your sister, and she doesn't give a fuck about your sister. So it balances out. She's gonna smack you in the back of your ear. Stop. Your sister.
She's a grown-ass woman. She can watch herself.
Exactly. Fuck you. Like, I worked with your sister. I've been around your sister longer than you. She's a grown-ass woman. Let her take care of herself. Fuck you. You don't belong to her. You belong to me. You married me, not her. Gross anyway. Man, dude. I love that. And One Wing Angel himself there the best. Oh man. I was exposed to the Final Fantasy series when I saw the remake of the 7th of the game. Oh man. I make the joke about Sephiroth that he's the one-winged Kryptonian because he's voiced by the CW Superman. Yeah, yeah,
Forgot about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that. In my head, he is the one-winged Kryptonian. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Damn it.
So I also made the joke when they had the Lois and Clark with the Lois and Clark TV show when they made the announcement that on the show that Lois had cancer. I was like, "Oh, just call Sephiroth. He'll beat that cancer."
Oh,
I
dude.
was like, "Come on, man, just call your buddy Sephiroth." They're like, "What?"
Oh.
I was like, "Cancer, cancer, please. No one kills Sephiroth. No one beats Sephiroth." He'll put in a little geostigma. Nothing. Nada, buddy. I mean, you just have to worry about your wife every once in a while going, reunion. And that's about it. You just call the family together, Get some black robes. It'll all be good. Why am I getting all these 100% just floating up?
I don't know. I don't. What the fuck?
All these 100%. Am I just? Are these 100% takes? Like what?
I'm seeing it too, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Reunion. I mean, she'll just be. It's not the darkest timeline. It's just the one-winged timeline. She may get a little gray hair, but it'll be okay. Silver Fox, There's a new emote thing similar to TikTok or something. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. God dang it. Yes.
How do I hide it? How do I hide it?
No, it's great. It just shows engagement. That's all. Oh no. Oh no. Nisekoi false love. Okay, so all right. Here's your last bit of sad news, I guess. I don't know. Like that. Oh no. The line was funny, that's why you were getting
How does this thing work?
No one beats Sephiroth. All right, guys. It's with sad news that we have to announce that Oda is going in for surgery for an astigmatism. I don't know what astigmatism is. I'm going to look that up right now.
It's something with the eyes.
Okay. It has something to do with the eyes, which I would imagine is important for somebody that draws.
Yes.
Yes. The official website for Oda's One Piece manga announced on Tuesday that the manga will go on hiatus for 4 weeks from June 19th to July 10th. For this year's 29th issue to the 32nd issue of Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, due to Oda having surgery for an astigmatism. The manga will return on the 33rd issue for July 18th. The manga will still run in next week's 28th issue on June 12th. Oda had the astigmatism added that the astigmatism has caused his vision to be blurry. Okay. And it is affecting his work. He decided to have the surgery after he discussed it with his editor last year. Oda began serializing One Piece. Okay, just basic stuff. Okay, so basically, it sounds like a minor surgery. Nothing like horribly major. He's going to be down for a month to recover. Even though it's a minor surgery, it's still surgery. We wish him the best. Hope for a quick recovery. Surgeries are still surgeries. Complications can happen during surgery. So we hope that things go well. The Japanese healthcare system is pretty good. And, he is... It's not like he's on the cheap end of things, so he could afford the higher end if needed for healthcare. But, they are on the cutting edge over there on the technology side of things. So, yeah, we wish him well. If you pray, you guys can do that. I am... For a guy that runs a thing called Anime Church, I am the atheist of the group. I think that adults with imaginary friends are weird, but that's just me.
It's funny. You're the atheist of the group. I'm the ordained minister that believes in it and worshiping napalm, but that's considered a cult.
Oh, so you're Satan's little bog champ.
Yes.
You believe in worshiping napalm. You're Satan's little bog champ. Gotcha.
It actually started as a joke religion when my buddy and I started preaching about napalm in the Division's PvP servers.
Gotcha.
We got a following out there.
Dear God. There is only one true deity, the ever-vengeful Truck Coon.
See, Truck Coon is used by other deities to transfer people to other realities, so the other deity is going to have fun with them.
Yeah. Yes. But you have to watch out for Truck Coon's. You have to watch out for Truck Coon's older sibling, Airplane Senpai. And the lesser known Tricycle Chan.
Is Tricycle Chan Truck Coon's like niece or nephew?
You gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for their little gimp. You gotta watch out for the little gimp version, Unicycle Coon. What do you say? What do you say to try?
Oh, Steamroller Son. God
Steamroller Son.
Only when Austin's driving it.
Oh man. Was it? What do you say to a unicycle? What do you say to a tricycle Chan? What do you say to a unicycle that has two wheels next to it? Nothing. You've already told that tricycle twice. God damn it! That's so stupid. No. I'm from America. This is the only country. This is the only country in the world where Train OG-chan gets knocked over by you. Help! I've fallen and I'm leaking. And now people can't breathe. Be careful, kids. Don't get ran over by Truck Coon. That's true. That's good advice. Train OG-san just goes spilling all over the place, and suddenly the air quality advisories. Man.
Better than up here.
See,
Truck
that's
Coon
why...
rolled over and released a bunch of pigs on the highway.
I mean, hey, it's weird up there. Grandma gets run over by a reindeer.
That's only happened 3 times. We keep telling her not to go outside during winter.
Why
anymore.
is Canada on fire?
I'm not in Canada yet.
I know, but I'm just asking for everyone's health. Why is Canada on fire?
Good question.
Man. But you know what they say, global warming ain't real.
Oh, totally not. It's a figment of your imagination.
The desert is just migrating north.
So, what does that mean for the Sahara? Is it gonna get water again, or is it gonna just take over the entirety of
Dude,
Europe?
it's gonna become a swimming pool!
Oh my god, yes!
Chlorine! Blue lights, wait, I don't trust those trees. They seem kind of shady. I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. Sahara will grow a rainforest? Well, that's funny because the Sahara was actually what was supplying the rainforest. If you actually learn about how our global ecosystem works, the sand that is picked up by the global winds actually picked up the sands from the Sahara were actually picked up and collected by global winds and were transferred over to the Amazon rainforest and deposited there. So it was actually pretty interesting how that worked. I thought stairs were always down to something. No, they're always up to something. But escalators can always bring you down, man. Those things, man, they can always bring you down. Man. Here's the thing. Google is more than just a search engine for random nonsense and porn. I know. But there's actual, like, real interesting shit that's on there too. Like did you know that there's actual, like, did you know the internet is actually an aggregate for, like, human
knowledge?
Scientific information? Like, actual, like, the gathering of all of our scientific, mathematical, and intellectual genius? Like, you can actually find, like, a shit ton of information on the internet that is, like, informative. I'm telling you, this stuff I wear is only half of a lie. I actually do learn stuff by going... And here's the other thing that's really helpful for you guys. Information that you actually go out there and bother to learn yourself sticks with you more than stuff that you just learn from other people. So if you actually go out there and find it for yourself... Yeah. No, it's not. It's all fake. Well, then go keep watching your porn. We know what you're really here for. Also, guys, funny story. If you want to learn more about interesting stuff, science stuff, math stuff, there's manga for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not just Dr. Stone.
There's even manga to learn how to run
that.
databases.
I love that. Holy Mac, I will! I was like, good. We know what you're really here for. We got you, boo. We got you, boo. Boom, 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 stop. All right, anyway. That was it for Anime Church. We actually managed to get this done in about an hour and a half. Guys.
It would have been quicker, but you kept going down the rabbit hole of Spider-Verse.
Hey. It's good.
It's a
good spider hole to go down.
I can't wait to watch it, but goddamn.
It's good. It's a good place. It's good. It's fucking good. Don't judge me.
I just need to get over my arachnophobia a bit before I enjoy it more.
There's not any actual spiders in it. They're fucking...
I'm talking about going into the spider hole.
Listen here, you. Stop being dumb.
But that's part of my charm.
I don't know if I would necessarily call it a charm, but okay.
I mean, it's part of the reason why I'm a hermit.
No, that's not how that works. I don't think that's how that works.
In my mind, it does. And that's all that matters.
Oh boy.
Still trying to explain it to everybody?
Nope. I'm trying to see if...
Sorry, I couldn't connect Galaxy S6.
That's fine. I'm not trying to.
By the way, if anybody in chat knows how to tie a tie properly, please let me know. It took me literally 25 minutes to get mine on today.
Dear Lord. Dear Lord.
I bookmarked the YouTube tutorial on how to tie them.
That's very funny.
And it still took me 20 minutes continually watching the video to
I will.
get it to stay on.
Spiders. We were talking about that. I'm trying to change where I get my weather updates from because it's currently still trying to give me weather updates from my old location in McMinnville, and I now live in Nashville. And I'm like, I don't want weather updates from like a place that's like an hour and a half away that does not share the same weather.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like stop. I'm so stupid. The videos don't work for me. No. So I'm trying to fix location stuff for that. And I'm like, no.
Hopefully the Capcom showcase tomorrow will give us something more to talk about next week for video games.
Hopefully.
Hopefully they announce either Resident Evil Code Veronica remake or Resi 9.
I would like a Code Veronica remake, please.
I'd be down for a Code Veronica remake or an Outbreak 1 and 2 remake.
Man. Alrighty. Well, I'd like a phone that I can actually see everything on, but I don't have apparently any of that. Okay. England, I don't need weather updates. It will always be cloudy. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Capcom does all Resident Evil remakes. Well, I would like a Resident Evil 1 remake that like doesn't suck. Like give me a proper Resi 1 remake. Like with over the shoulder camera.
Not proper and updated Resident Evil 1 remake.
Yeah. A proper updated Resident Evil 1 remake that doesn't have like fucking fixed angle camera.
None of this fixed camera angle in this day and age for it now.
Yeah, like let's get one that's not like almost 20 years old. Because the
What do you mean
last
almost? It is 20 years old.
No, it's not. Last one was it's 19 years old.
I thought it came out in 2003.
Nope.
Right.
I think, right? 05, right? No, it
No.
is 03. No, because
Yeah.
I was still in the military.
Nope.
It's 03.
March 22nd, 2002.
Fuck! It's 21 years old. That game can drink.
Yeah, legally, yeah.
One remake that was actually good? Final Fantasy VII remake. Done.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Hopefully Persona 3 remake.
Resi 3 remake wasn't that great, and that's because they cut out content.
Yeah, Resi 3 remake.
If they hadn't cut out content, if they had not cut out content, if it had been a longer game, I think it would have been great.
The part that really pisses me off about Resident Evil 3 remake, I've actually data mined the disc that I have. A lot of the stuff that they cut was almost done. If they would have gave it like 3 more months, it would have been easily 2 to 3 times longer and would have been more faithful remake to the original Resident Evil 3.
And here's the thing. RE3 was not bad. It was just way too short. In comparison to RE2, it was way too short.
They cut a big portion of Resident Evil 3's time out when they decided to completely skip St. Michael's Clock Tower. Instead, they gave us that stupid dog nemesis running on the walls in circles, and yeah.
Assassin's Creed 1 remake? I got to disagree with you there. I'm tired of Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is this generation's, well, I mean, it's funny to say this generation's. Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's version of Call of Duty.
Thank you.
It is literally an
If
every
it's
year
not-
thing for Ubisoft. It is done. It is stale. It is like I'm sorry. After Black Flag, I was kind of done with the franchise because I felt like they shit the bed with Assassin's Creed 3. Like they had a narrative they were telling and they did such a bad job with Desmond. What they needed to do was finish telling the story with like the proper story that they were trying to tell with Desmond, and I don't think they did a good enough job with Desmond's story. They were too focused on telling the past story. I think they should have finished telling the story with I think it was Connor who was the third character from Assassin's Creed 3, and then the fourth one should have been all Desmond now that he was like now that we had finished going through his history, and the fourth game should have been the modern game, like where we fully get to play as Desmond going through in modern times now that he had all his skills and going up against the modern day. Like I would have loved to have that. It's like, okay, now it's time to play in modern day.
And instead it's just this, oh, here's a 10-minute snippet of what's happening in modern time. Let's go back to the past.
Yeah, that was so dumb. It was so dumb. And it was
For
like,
the first 2 or 3 games, yes, it was a fantastic concept because it showed that you're deep diving into it, into the past to learn and build up your skill sets.
but it's like it gets stale after a while. It's like, okay, but by a certain amount of time, it needed to be Desmond's story, and we did not get Desmond's story. Or the third game should not have been about diving into the past, because Ezio, literally the Ezio trilogy that we had fully fleshed out Desmond's story. What Ezio did in his trilogy of stuff was enough to give Desmond all the information he needed. Dude, if you played the trilogy of shit from Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, that was more than enough that by the time we got to 3 should have been all about Desmond.
Yeah.
100%. Literally at this point, Assassin's Creed is literally just Ubisoft milking the franchise for money. It is literally Assassin's Creed is Call of Duty, FIFA, and Madden. That is what that is. That's why I don't play them anymore. It has lost what made it special.
Funny thing about FIFA though, EA lost the license to them, so FIFA is no longer going to be a game.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for that. And I hope that I'm sorry to say this. I was going to avoid this because I don't acknowledge the politics of it, but I'm very happy with what's happening to Activision Blizzard with the Call of Duty nonsense. I don't care one iota about why it's happening. Like all the reason behind why it's happening, I don't necessarily like the anti-LGBT stuff, the LGBTQ stuff. I don't like that, but the dumpster fire that is Activision Blizzard needed to go down way sooner. Like that should have happened. Like I am so sick of this. They're like, "Oh, we need to protect kids from all this trans shit." I was like, no, what you needed to do was drop this shit way sooner because you didn't have an issue with the frat boy culture that was going on and how they were treating the devs. Fuck you. Dude, they are so full of shit.
Oh, but don't forget that their investigation found nothing wrong with them.
Once it's quote unquote woke, dude, when all of this shit came out and they were treating their employees like shit, we should have just labeled them as woke back then. They would have been slapped off. They could have been cut off at the knees way earlier. We should have just labeled them woke back then. Dude, this is literally reverse cancel culture. It's literally the people that complain about cancel culture are now doing cancel culture. And you know what? The cancel culture that they're doing, I'm actually on board. It's so funny because like all the people that have been trying to cancel Activision and like Blizzard for all the reasons that we absolutely want to cancel them for are watching the people on the other end going, boycott, cancel them, blah, 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 blah. We're like, yeah! We're like, we don't agree with why, but yeah! We're just like, it's kind of like, we're just like, we don't agree with why, but here's a torch. Here's a torch. Here's a torch. Burn the house. Burn the house. Like,
Don't forget the pitchforks.
bro, there's never been a worse time for, boy, is Microsoft really regretting their decisions to try and purchase this company now. Yeah. I'm just saying, man, the whole situation with Activision Blizzard, like, I understand that there are people there that don't deserve what's happening to them, but there's way more people that do. And if hell does exist, I'm just happy to be the match that lights the fire. That's all I'm saying. I'm just a happy, smiling arsonist. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, what are some of the happy, nerdy things that happened this week that you are all excited about? And what are some of the nerdy things that you were looking forward to coming up? I know that we got the Flash movie coming out next weekend. I'm sorry. We have the Batman movie starring the Flash coming out next
Guest starring
week.
the Flash, yeah.
Guest starring the Flash, 2 Flashes, and a Supergirl. The rumors are that Supergirl, the girl playing Supergirl, will be continuing into the DC universe, the DCU. So I'm looking forward to that if that's a thing, because I'm really, really excited to see that.
Celestia, they did announce a Persona 3 remake. It's coming out early 2024.
That's it. That's okay. So it says Celestia, but that's not the image. I was wrong. It was Selen. Okay, Selen Tatsky. That was the VTuber model I was looking at. That I was thinking of every time I see Celestia. That's the VTuber model that I keep picturing in my head. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I will. Everybody can see this. That. Selen Tatsky. That's the VTuber model I'm picturing in my head every time I see Celestia posting. That's the
awesome.
VTuber model. Yeah. So every time she talks, I just picture that image in my head, and I'm like, that's the VTuber that's talking to me for some reason. I'm like, no, it's not. No, I accidentally closed the thing. Oh no. Hang on, I'm bringing it back. Okay, are we back? Sort of. Yes. No. Maybe. So.
Kind of.
Okay, there we are. Yes. Ha. Okay. But that was the model I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I know that's not the VTuber, but I was like, I know the VTuber's not talking to me, but that's like the image I had in my head when you were talking. Every time you're talking, I'm like, that's the image in my head. I was like, ha. person talking. That's my mental image for you, Celestia. Because why not? Because why not?
Oh.
All right.
And back to silence.
Well, sort of silence. I'm watching stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it for us. Yeah. I didn't necessarily know how to end it. I was just kind of like, I will be playing more Tears of the Kingdom later. You can catch me over at Richie Roberts 16, twitch.tv/Richie Roberts 16. I should probably post that somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, let me copy that real quick. Yeah, post that somewhere in the thing. So yeah, later on today, I'll be finishing up. I'll be beating Breath of the Wild. There's my channel. Yeah. You're playing it right now. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'll be finishing it sometime. So if you don't want spoilers, you don't have to come by. But, I mean, I'll be doing other things. I'm just going to beat the game. Don't dig into the tribes thing. All sides have rotting apples in them. What? What? Tribes?
I'm so confused.
I'm very confused. Okay. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot more stuff, things, and places. Yep. Anyway. That happened. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Any hoodle. I will be beating Ganondorf, finishing the game, and possibly doing other unknowables. I'm also going to, before all that, watching the shows that I need to watch. I think there's new Gundam and new Demon Slayer. Go watch those. Yes. So, till then, thanks for playing. We'll see you tomorrow for... oh, yeah. Make sure to come by tomorrow, because we got Slime Light Novel we're going to be reading. That's right. We got... we're on volume 12. Where are we at? We got... that's right. We're starting chapter 4. The Empire's making its move. This is where the fun begins, ladies and gentlemen. So come by, check that out. It's going to be me, Shim, Sonic, maybe a Moon. We don't know for sure. He's busy this month, so we don't know for sure if he's joining or not, but we shall see. And then, yeah, that shall be the thing. We'll be reading tomorrow over on Fat Dog Twitch. If you don't know where that is, twitch.tv/fat_dog_studios. So that will be there. Yeah, praise Lord Menu. Well, thanks, but don't praise me. I don't need any more of you Daves being overly religious with me. That's just weird. This outro has been butchered. There's no such thing as a clean outro.
Not with us.
Not with us. Welcome to Technical Difficulties. I should name the podcast for Fat Dog Technical Difficulties.
There you go.
Yes! All right. That's 100% the name of the podcast. It should just be called Technical Difficulty. I'm going to pitch that to Tony. That's beautiful. All right. Anyway, guys, that's it for us. We're going to see you guys later. Having a good one. But until that time, once again, this is Anime Church, the only church where cosplay is not only encouraged, but it is highly recommended. I am Richie Roberts, your minister of science, and technology.
And I am Fender Saru, your Sanctus Neckos.
And just like Cave Johnson, we're in between banks right now, so make those checks out to cash.
Amen. Thank you, Holy Mac.
We're done here.